Anyway, yo, did you watch Winning Time, the HBO? I think it's a 10-part series about the Lakers.
I watched it last night. What did you think about it? Did you see it?
I got to be honest.
I didn't love it.
I loved it.
You loved it?
Well, yeah, I loved it.
Really?
I loved it.
You to say that.
I loved it because I know the story so well. I've read about it. There's been documentaries about it. Of course, Magic Johnson at the time was my guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's been articles written about it. Magic's talked about it. The Lakers have talked about it. The Celtics have talked about it from their point of view. And I didn't know what to expect. Like, I thought it was, like, going to be weird documenting something like that. And basketball is always weird on film. Yeah. And, you know, it always, like, you look, they don't look like they could play, and the arenas look weird and all that stuff. But I thought the way they articulated and set up the first story and set up the characters and set up Magic and got to know his father, which I knew that story very, very well, and the Jerry Buss of the story and the Jerry West of the story and the Genie Buss of the story, and the way they just broke down the time. And John C. Reilly and the Magic Johnson kid, you know, looked like Magic, and he had the charisma of a young Magic, and the Kareem character and the Norm Nixon character, and the, you know, I thought it was just really well done. And my wife, who knows the story well because she's from L.A., you know, if you're from L.A. and you're the same age, like, you just know a lot about Magic Johnson. She doesn't know the details as well as I do, and she was able to follow it, and she really liked it too. So I was surprised how much I liked it. It brought back a lot of memories, and I just thought it was really good. Why didn't you really like it?
I don't know. I liked it. I mean, I don't know. I thought I was going to like it a lot more, but I'm definitely going to keep watching it. Was Jerry West that as crazy as they made him seem to be, throwing shit out of fucking glass windows and all that?
I mean, I don't know if he was as crazy as that. I'm sure those were real stories. Maybe they were taken out of context. Like, I don't think Magic Johnson, he keeps cutting out. You see that? I think that I don't think Magic Johnson and Norm Nixon played one-on-one at Donald Sterling's. I mean, but you know, those are scenes. Yeah, but I can tell you one thing. I interviewed Jerry West for the award-winning 30 for 30 When the Garden Was Eden, and he was extremely intense and damn near got brought to tears talking about those 6 championships that he lost. Like, at the end of the interview with me and Jason, and that we did with Jerry West for the award-winning 30 for 30 When the Garden Was Eden, he got up and left the room. Like, it was like he had PTSD. So he wasn't screaming and yelling, but he was extremely intense. Yeah. Like, not friendly, not nice.
Was he in it? Did he make the final cut?
Yeah, he's in it, and he almost started crying in the film. Yeah. He almost started crying because, you know, we documented the Lakers losing to the Knicks. And homeboy at the end of the interview, he just bounced. Not goodbye, not thank you, nothing. And when I was walking him up to the interview, this was after Kobe had ruptured his Achilles. Yeah. And I just happened to ask him, I said, you know, what do you think of Kobe returning? He looked at me, and he's a big dude. Yeah. And the guy who's playing him, that actor who's a good actor, you know, he resembles him. Like, he looked at Jerry West, like 6'6". He said, we ain't talking about Kobe. We're not talking about Kobe. We're talking about the Lakers. We're talking about the Knicks, 1970. I said, no, I was just asking. He's like, okay, we're not talking about Kobe. I was like, what the
Oh, shit. I didn't hear that story.
Yeah, homie was not, like, he's an intense dude. So, I mean, yo, he wanted to he wanted to draft Sidney Moncrief, who wanted to be a great player, but he wasn't no Magic Johnson. And I'm sure those stories were based on, you know,
I'm sure, right?
Whether they were not literally in the exact literal time at the exact literal moment on behavior by Jerry West. It doesn't mean he's a bad guy. He's just he's known as an intense dude.
And what about Kareem, though? Because I really hope that he didn't fucking tell that kid to fuck off an airplane, because I love that scene in Airplane.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Really?
Kareem was a notoriously not friendly guy. I always got along with Kareem. He's always been great to me. I did rock and jocks with Kareem. I made him laugh. I made him smile. I knew that he wasn't that friendly, so I went out of my way to try to bond with Kareem. The last time I saw Kareem was at the 2015 NBA All-Star Game in New York, and he started talking to me about how much he loved Justified, how much he loved, what's the writer's name of Justified? It just popped out of my head. How much he loved his writing. You know, Kareem is an intellectual. He's a nerd. He's an intellectual. He's a what is it called? An introvert. And I think at times when he was younger, he could be a fucking prick. So I don't know if that's literal. Wolf, you kind of look like a young Kareem. Think so? Now that I'm looking at you, and like last night, you look like a young Kareem in the face. Nobody could see Wolf. It doesn't matter. But Wolf here looks like a young Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's fucking cool.
But apparently, you know, that's why Kareem, you know, after he left the NBA, you know, people weren't going out of their way to give him jobs. As iconic and as prolific as he was, apparently he was a motherfucker. To me, when I've dealt with him throughout the years, he's always been cool with me, but his reputation is that he could be hard to get along with.
And what do you think about John C. Reilly in the role?
I thought he was good. You know, I don't know Bus's personality, but I you know, I'm gonna tell you a dope story. 1983, I went to go visit my sister in LA. Arsenio Hall in 1983 was just a comic. Mm-hmm. Arsenio Hall somehow and I, he got sort of, you know, we were talking and my sister knew him and I was hanging around the Improv, all the comedians and all that stuff. And Arsenio Hall was just a young comic. And Arsenio agreed to take me to go play basketball. We went to the YMCA, the Hollywood YMCA. I played basketball with grown-ass men talking shit as a 13-year-old. I was good for my age. I was tall. Arsenio was good friends with Magic at the time. Took me to the Forum. I had dinner in Jerry Buss's private room with Jerry Buss, Arsenio Hall. To my right was Muhammad Ali.
Holy shit.
We watched the game. I was literally having an outer body experience. I was haranguing Arsenio. Can I please meet Magic? Can I please get a pair of Magic Johnson sneakers? Please, 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 please. He's just a comic. He's babysitting me, whose godparents are one of the owners of the Improv. You know, after the basketball game, I'm trying to remember who they played. I'm in that locker room that they showed, that iconic Lakers Forum locker room. I get Magic Johnson's fucking purple Converse in my hand before they say you could have the fucking... I like tried to steal his fucking sneakers.
They gave it to you?
The person who, you know, dealt with everything in the locker room was like, you got to give those back. So I wound up giving them back, but I was in there, Norm Nixon, Kareem, Jamal Wilkes. I was in that fucking locker room. Like, at one point, Norm Nixon was like, because I had like 2 gold chains. He was like, you better be careful. You're in Inglewood with those chains on.
That's crazy.
But I met Magic. Magic was cool with me. And, you know, Arsenio, you know, whenever I see him, you remember when we met him, like, remember?
So nice.
And you remember we were talking about, like, yo, he was my babysitter for, like, you know, a 2-day period in Los Angeles in 1983, and he took me to meet Magic Johnson. I was in the Forum Club. I met Jerry Buss. I had dinner next to Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali spilled soup on his tie. I was...
God damn. That's one of the biggest mountaintop moments for you.
Tripping out of my fucking... I tried to steal Magic Johnson's sneakers in 1983. That's a fact.
Fuck, that's crazy. And what about, was this before you went to Magic Johnson?
I went to his camp the next summer.
And you remember the encounter?
I didn't bring it up. I was embarrassed that I tried to steal his sneaker. I OD'd. And it was like, I had this, and they're like size 16. So it's not like you could stick them in your pocket. And full transparency, I put his socks and his jockstrap in the sneakers. I tried to steal his jockstrap.
That's disgusting. His jockstrap.
I swear on everything. I swear
What
on
if you
everything.
got away with it? Would you think you'd still have it if you? Of course you would.
I was thinking about that last night. Like, would I have kept those sneakers?
Yes.
Yes.
How would you not have kept the sneakers?
I was that Winning Time was bringing back a lot of memories.
That's
Anyway,
cool.
Wolf, how long have we been rocking?
About 51 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, Dean. Anyway, your hair looks good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I really got a shower, to be honest with you. But I appreciate you saying that, man. I don't look as good as you with that bomber jacket, that taxi driver, and the chains. I need to step my fucking wardrobe up, man.
I had to look good in these streets because I'm walking these streets. It's too nice out not to look good in these streets.
So everything is finally calmed down. You've been traveling. You've been working like fucking crazy. But
Like an animal.
It's crazy that you're not able to sleep. With as much as you work, you'd think that you'd be able to just fucking crash at the end
Tonight
of the day.
we're melatoning. We're taking that melatonin. We're chilling. We're chilling tonight.
Yeah, you need to do it, man. You got to fucking just chill. You need to be like in the south of France over summer for 2 weeks. Just like
I need something.
No phone.
South of France, Palm Beach,
deserve
something. Anyway, we came, we saw, we conquered. But I will say this, Dean. Remember, March 20th is my birthday.
I would never forget it, man. It's in my calendar. I don't know what I'm getting you yet, but I'll get you something.
March 20th is my birthday.
I know. That's what you said. So we got it in like I said, I got it in my calendar. You don't got to remind me. I'll call you on your birthday. What, 54, 55?
52, bitch. 52,
52.
motherfucker. Ain't no 54. I said 52.
I get
52 years old.
Man.
What?
After 30, it's like no one, you know what I mean?
52. I'm going to be 52.
Like, how old are you? We don't know how old you are. Nobody knows your fucking age, man. 52, 54. We're happy you're having another birthday. We're happy you're alive to celebrate another birthday. That's all that counts, man.
Okay. We came, we saw, we conquered. We came, we saw, we disrupted.